Goody? It's your boy Jimmy James, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. As you already seen in the title, yes, it is true, we're about to get right into it. This is going to be a video about 5 underrated horror films. Now, if you know me, if you really know me, you know horror films is my thing. Like, I love watching scary movies. Like, always did since I was a kid. It never scared me. Still can sleep in the dark. Still can walk in the dark room. Don't have to turn the light on to walk downstairs. Doesn't bother me. I freaking love it. And I feel like a lot of movies that we know is just too common. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that this is a bad thing, but everybody already seen it. Like the Chainsaw Massacres and the Conjurinas and all the Sawshas. Like, they all cool, you know, I love them. And most of the movies that I'm going to mention are pretty much based off of those movies. They just have a lot of twists and turns. And one thing about me, I love a twist and a turn. So I like movies, scary movies that actually have like meaning to it. Not only does it, well, I won't say it's scary because scary movies aren't scary anymore, but you get the gist of why you're watching it. And it gives you what you need. And it also gives you like a little added twist on the end. So we're just about to get into it because y'all know I can gibber and jabber. So let's get into it. Now I got my phone here because I wrote some of them down because, you know, I can be all over the place. So period. First up, we have Vile, V-I-L-E. Vile is about a movie. It's like, it starts off with like, I want to say like 7 or 8 people. I can't remember how many, it's like 8 or 9, around there, people. They wake up in this abandoned house and they're trying to figure out like why they're in this house, and they got these things around their neck. It's like a machine around their neck. It gives you very much Saw. Period. This is very much based on Saw. If you love Saw, you're gonna love this movie. So they're trying to figure out, oh my goodness, like, why do we have this? Who did this? And they start blaming each other just like how they do on other movies. Like, you know something, what do you know? Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, the TV turns on. It's like a big screen TV that turns on, and it's this like white, weird, creepy looking lady that comes on the screen. Just like on Saw, how the doll comes on the screen. Same thing happened. She pretty much tells them that, hey, you guys are a part of an experiment. The reason why you have these things around your neck is because you have to inflict pain on each other to be set free. It starts at 100%, and they have to knock it all the way down to 0 by inflicting pain on each other. And you think it's gonna be easy, but it's not. Like, then people start turning on each other, people start to cheat, people start to like pretty focus on one person because they're quote unquote, we're gonna die anyway. I'm not gonna give away the movie, but it's really, really good, and it has a really big twist at the end that's just gonna have you on the edge of your motherfucking seat. And the thing about it is the quality is so good. The quality of this movie is so good. Like, it's literally the same quality as Saw. It's not B movie where, you know, they're getting slashed and it look like freaking cranberry juice is splitting out. No. It's given very much what needs to be given. Really good movie. You can find it on Amazon Prime. That's it. All right. Next, The Circle. Now, The Circle is a sci-fi horror movie. You know, sci-fi has to do with like aliens and things that are quote unquote non-realistic, even though most horror movies are non-realistic. But in the horror film world, in the real world, sci-fi is always non-real motherfucking realistic. So, yeah, how this movie starts off, it's like, I want to say 100 people in circles within each other. So it's like a outside circle, inside circle, inside circle, inside circle. It's like a lot of people. And it's like this big old machine in the middle. So again, everybody is standing up, they're asleep. So the movie starts off and everybody's standing up in their sleep. And this one lady wakes up, and she wakes up and she's just like, hello, hello, hello. And everybody else just like that. So she's screaming, trying to figure out what's going on. And she like tried to take a step forward, and she noticed like something not right. Like, I don't know if she felt like a little bit electrocution or what, but she tried to take a step forward. She's like, oh, nope, not about to do that. So people starts to wake up. Same thing in the first movie I mentioned. They're trying to figure out why they're there, what's going on, who knows what. So they try to figure out who everybody is, to try to figure out, does anybody have any connection towards each other? Like, cause it's literally just so diverse. They're trying to figure out like, how did we all end up here? They're old people, they're young people, they're white people, black people, Asian, all the type of people, gay, straight, children, parents, all the other stuff. So they're just trying to like break it down. So the machine ends up killing somebody. out the blue. It count down, then it kills somebody. So now everybody's freaking out. Like, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's going on? And like after every, I want to say 10 minutes, the machine will turn on and kill somebody. Somebody in the circle figured out that they can vote on who to kill by using their hand. They have a hand motion where they do their hand like that. There's arrows in front of each person. So once you do this, the arrow will lighten up on the person that you want to kill. So he's like, you guys, we can control the machine, because the people just thinking it's at random, but you can actually control the machine. So then they start to vote people off based on, you know, sexual orientation, based off of, do you have any kids, based off of all this other stuff. I'm telling you a lot about the movie, but it's really good. It is really good because like things happen that you won't think happen. And the end is very much, it's a twist, you know, it's very trickery. Every movie that I mentioned, you're gonna be into it from the beginning to the end. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Let me tell you, because I watch scary movies, and what I do is watch scary movies, and I watch scary movies well, okay? Hey. So the next movie is called You're Next. You're Next. So it's called You're Next. This is a slasher horror. Slasher horrors have to do with the whole cat and mouse. I'm chasing you, I'm trying to kill you. Very much Scream, very much, you know what I'm saying, the movie Chainsaw Massacre. Like, people are trying to kill you, you have to run to be safe. So this movie is pretty much about a family, and I believe it's Thanksgiving, which is perfect around this time because Thanksgiving is very much this week. So it's about a family, and they're meeting up. Like, you know, it's a lot of family problems, it's a lot of jealousy going on, and you know, the family, I'm not gonna get into it because this movie is really good, so I can't tell you too much about this movie, but I will say this. It starts off regular family. You have people that's been off of school, people that's been off of work. They come together for Thanksgiving. One of the brothers brought their wife, and you know, their wife is just somebody, you know, nobody's met before, so they're happy to see her. Very much, you know what I'm saying, kind of creepy family, but very much giving you much that. Things start to happen where like there are traps in the house where people are getting hurt, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And fast forward, like, I can't really tell too much about this movie because I would be giving too much away, but it gives me very much of the Crazies. I don't know if you've seen the Crazies or that movie with the people with the masks. I forgot what that movie is called, but it's like that because people ends up intruding the house and they're wearing like animal masks, and they're like causing havoc, causing chaos, and like it's pretty much killing the family off one by one in very, very gruesome ways, and setting traps and all this other stuff. The end of this movie is my favorite ending because when I watched this movie for the first time, I was like, oh, I know for a mother freaking fact that they did not. And I'm just like, I know that this is not what happened. This movie is just so crazy. It is gruesome. Again, this movie is very gruesome. It's very, yeah. It gives you what you need. You will be on the edge of your seat the whole time. The girl that they brought, the main character, the girl that the guy brought as his date, you're gonna fall in love with her because she do what needs to be done. She gives me very much, Brianna Edwards. I can't remember her name. That girl that's on Sorority Row. If I can find a picture, I'll post a picture, but she gives very much her. She's not her, but she did. All right, the next movie is Raised. Raised, like razor, R-A-Z-E. This is an action horror. This movie is a really, really good movie. It gives you action, it gives you gore, it gives you, you know, it's not scary, but it is considered a horror because it's like a lot of things going on that people may not be able to watch. A very, very nasty movie. But it has to do with like 50 women, but they only focus on a certain amount of women. And what happens is they're all kidnapped and they're like placed in this dungeon. They're all wearing tank tops and gray shorts and no shoes. They're footless. So they're told that they have to fight to survive. They kidnap their loved ones. So if they have a husband, they're kidnapped. If they have children, they're kidnapped. If they have mother, whoever they're close to, they kidnap them and they have them at gunpoint, and they are on the TV screen in their dungeon so they can get motivated to fight. Because a lot of girls is like, oh, I'm not about to fight. And they say, oh, you're not about to fight. Look at your mama, look at your daughter, look at your husband. It's given very much that. So, I don't know why I'm laughing, that's not funny. They end up fighting, the girls are fighting down. They are fighting to the death because they're like, I have to fight for my life and also for my family's life, because even if you die, because you have to fight to the death. You're not fighting to get, you know, to pin 3, 2, 1, no, you have to fight till you die. And if you die, your family also die, type thing. So, it's like you fight to the end, and you know, the people that are watching them are very wealthy, bored with rich people that are just watching them and placing bets on them. Really good movie. This ending made me so freaking upset. I am not going to spoil it, but the ending of this movie is going to make you upset. It's so good. It gives me very much like fighting game though, because the way that they was fighting, they was not playing no games. It gives me like DOA meets UFC. Like they was not, I'm talking about very entertaining. This movie is definitely a must watch. Last movie I'm talking about is called The Tortured. The Tortured. This movie, y'all, is like one of my faves. It's about a young couple, right? A young couple, you know, middle class people doing their thing. Their child get taken out of their backyard. You know, the mom went to work, what deal with it she had to do. The dad was playing with his son. He said, did your mom put sunscreen on you? He like, no, she didn't. He said, I got you, give me 1 second. Go in the house, the son get kidnapped, and he literally watched his son get kidnapped from the window. I don't care what nobody say. He could have caught his son. Once you watch the movie, you'll be able to see for yourself. He could have caught his son, but he did not. He let his son get kidnapped. Like, he tried to chase the car, and this is very much like, as slow as that car was moving, you could have did a Woody when he was running from that truck. It jumped and grabbed on that string. You could have did something. You really didn't try hard enough. But yeah, so long story short, the kid was kidnapped. The guy abused the kid, killed them. So now the parents are like, oh my goodness, like, they're fighting. They're very much blaming each other, but after a while, they're just like, we need to stop blaming each other and get this man that killed our son. And they end up doing that in a way that is very unrealistic, but it happened. But yeah, they capture him, they torture him. It's a lot going on. I'm not gonna tell the rest of the movie because this ending is like so freaking crazy too. I cannot believe that this ending was how it ended. Like I told y'all, all these movies that I mentioned are really good from beginning to end, and it has a twist at the end. I love twists, and I'm sure that other people who love horror movies love an ending that, you know, makes you feel some type of way, whether if you're upset, angry, or disgusted. And that gives you that. So those are 5 of my underrated movies. I have so many more, but like I said, I do not want to make this video too long. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this. If y'all want a part 2, I'll show y'all some more, you know what I'm saying? Like movie night. And I just bought me a popcorn machine. Like, it's movie night every night at my house now. Periodic. And as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when your boy posts, and that's on Periodic. Share because it's fair. Make sure you look out for the next video next Wednesday, and until then, I'm out. Yeah.